Hello students, in last video we have discussed about states of matter. Now today our new topic is, can matter change its state? The answer is yes, matter can change its states. The best example to show this is water. Water can exist in all the three states of matter. For example, solid as ice, liquid as water, and gas as water vapor. Changing of states of matter depends on two major factors. One is temperature and other is pressure. So let us first discuss about effect of change of temperature. So to discuss this, let us have an activity. Take about 150 grams of ice in a beaker and suspend a laboratory thermometer so that its bulb is in contact with the ice. Here in first figure there is conversion of ice into water, and in second conversion of water to water vapor. Both are effect of change of temperature. Now in first case let us start hitting the beaker on a low flame. Note the temperature when the ice starts melting. Note the temperature when all the ice has converted into water. Now record your observations for this conversion of solid to liquid state. Now put a glass rod in a beaker. Heat while stirring till the water starts boiling. Keep a careful eye on the thermometer reading till most of the water has vaporized. Record your observations again for the conversion of water in the liquid state to the gaseous state. So these are two examples. The first example we have discussed for conversion of ice to water, and the second example we have discussed conversion of water to water vapor. Both these examples show how the change of state of matter takes place with the effect of temperature. But how does it happen actually? Let us discuss now. These conversions takes place due to change of temperature. Actually what happens, on increasing the temperature of solids, the kinetic energy of the particles also increases. Due to the increase in the kinetic energy, the particles start vibrating with greater speed, and the energy supplied by heat exceed the force of attraction between the particles, and hence the particles leave their fixed positions. Actually they forced to leave their fixed positions and they start moving more freely, and then a stage comes when the solid melts and converted to liquid, also converted water to water vapor. Now during these processes we have obtained two important points, that is melting point and boiling point. So what is melting point? The melting point is the fixed temperature, the temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure. Like in case of our first experiment, it is ice, all at the fixed temperature at which all the ice get converted to liquid, that means water, and hence for ice conversion to water it is 0 degree centigrade or 273.16 Kelvin. And the another one is boiling point, the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at atmospheric pressure is called its boiling point. It is the fixed temperature we have used in second experiment where all the water get converted into water vapor. It was fixed temperature, and for water and water vapor it is 100 degree centigrade or 373 Kelvin. Another major supply of energy during the process of change of states of matter is latent heat. So students, latent heat is that amount of heat we need to supply whenever we change the state of matter. But the temperature should be constant during the process. There are two kinds of latent of heat, that is latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of fusion is used during the process of conversion of ice into water or solid into liquid. So the latent heat of fusion, the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure. That means at normal pressure, at its melting point. Students, you know very well melting point, the fixed temperature point at which the solid get converted into liquid. So this kind of heat is known as latent heat of fusion. Fusion word is used for conversion of solid into liquid. The next one is latent heat of vaporization. This kind of heat we need when we change water to water vapor or liquid to gases. So, latent heat of vaporization, the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of liquid into vapor at atmospheric pressure, normal pressure, at its boiling point. That means a fixed temperature when the water get converted into water vapor or liquid get converted into vapor, gas. And this amount of heat is known as latent heat of vaporization for the liquid.
Okay, students, so way of change of states of matter is mostly from solid to liquid and liquid to gas. But there is one method in which change occurs directly from solid to gas without changing into the liquid state. That means in between the liquid state does not occur. This process is known as sublimation. Ammonium chloride, camphor are some examples in which sublimation process conducted.
So to understand sublimation process, let us have an activity. Take some camphor or ammonium chloride, crush it and put it in a china dish as shown in the figure. Now put a cotton plug on the stem of the funnel. Then heat slowly and observe. What we will observe? The vapors of ammonium chloride get deposited on the inner stem of the funnel. So the vapors of ammonium chloride or camphor will deposit it on the funnel at the top, and hence it did not melt on heating. Therefore, we can conclude a solid on heating get converted into gas without changing into liquid. This is our
Thank you for
sublimation
listening.
process.